Hi, I'm Mac Watson from Mac and Gatos. On Wednesday, our president, unveiled his $500 million plan to make this country safer from the recent shooting tragedies. He specifically pressed a wary and uncooperative Congress into taking swift and decisive action in passing his legislation. Even pro-Obama lawmakers said it's a long shot in passing all the measures the president presented. But on the same day, the National Rifle Association released an ad with a disturbing and totally false message.
Are the president's kids more important than yours? Then why is he skeptical about putting armed security in our schools when his kids are protected by armed guards at their school? Mr. Obama demands the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes, but he's just another elitist hypocrite when it comes to a fair share of security. Protection for their kids and gun-free zones for ours.
The message is as subtle as a battleship in a bathtub. It's also disgustingly paranoid and very irresponsible. Now, I understand people don't want their liberties taken away with the stroke of a pen, and I totally understand that people don't like this president. I've said many times, I'm certainly not a fan of President Barack Obama. I think he's extremely arrogant, I think he's pompous, and his arrogance is his Achilles heel as an elected political hero. But to question why this president doesn't want to protect your kids with armed security guards in schools when his kids are protected by armed Secret Service agents at their school isn't just inaccurate or misleading, it's just plain false. One of the measures the president put in his proposal is more resource officers, more trained professionals who are in many cases carrying a firearm and prepared to use it. But did the NRA not get that memo? Did they not listen to the press conference? The answer is no to both questions. They obviously made a rush-to-judgment decision and created an ad that doesn't truly reflect the president's wish list. The NRA outran their headlights, and this is not the first time in less than a month the NRA has taken a patently defensive, heavy-handed, bull-in-a-china shop approach in getting their message across to the American people. Just in December, the NRA's Executive Vice President, Wayne LaPierre, pointed the finger at a number of reasons for violence in our culture, including violent video games. And then a month after the Sandy Hook tragedy, the NRA released a video game app that's a first-person shooter downloadable game. The difference? Well, the NRA will tell you that in their game, you're target shooting, you're not shooting people. Oh, sure, the difference is subtle. And that's something the NRA has clearly failed at in this dialogue on gun control and school safety. Now, don't get me wrong, I am pro-Second Amendment, and I have defended the NRA on the air before. I've hunted, I've gone skeet shooting, I've shot guns before. I don't have a problem with guns. But if the NRA as an organization wants to come across to the majority of Americans who are not members with their shockingly ham-fisted and blatantly false and defensive posturing, their puerile message will only make a once proud and iconically American group of responsible gun owners sound like a conspiratorial and paranoid fringe group. The difference between what the NRA was and what it's become in the past month is as subtle as their stupefyingly offensive commercial. Want more opinions? You can certainly get them at KTAR.FM.